What does it take to become a Rebbe? Not a Rebbe, but a real Rebbe that leads Chasidim. I'd imagine it takes, you got to dress the part. You got to be extremely scholarly. You got to know Torah. You got to know how to give advice. You got to daven with Haslavos. You got to love people. You got to love Hashem. Probably really have to come into some dynastic family. Your father probably had to be the Rebbe. Got to be a good advice giver, a lot of stuff. Do mitzvos with kavana. But bezman hazeh, I just heard a very sharp line. What does it take to become a Rebbe? Well, not more than opening up a Facebook or TikTok account and giving over your own beliefs and wants and starting your own Chasidus. It's something to be wary of that. Of course, no one would argue that all the riboy and increasing of Torah across the world, there's Torah for any subject, to learn it at any speed, with any group, with any teacher, with any leader, at any time. Nobody would argue that's a bad thing. But it should be noted that one needs to have for themselves a derech, a path in his avodas Hashem. He should subscribe to a derech of how he follows the path into the chatzar of Hashem. It should be noted right here, right now, that when the Jewish people, they were over that, they transgressed that really condemning and perhaps unforgivable sin of dancing around the Egel Hazov. God said to Moshe that the Jewish people down below, you better take care of this. They were saru maher min haderech. They have strayed from the path of Torah. Torah is a derech. We find that word over and over used in Nevi'im and Kesuvim to describe what being a Jew is. It's being on the path. So I want you to keep in mind that while there's thousands of shiurim to always pick from, but when you make for yourself a Rebbe, when you buy into a certain mahalich in life, you're a satmer chassid, or I'm a kalta litvak, and I believe that Mishnah Brura and learning Gemara is the way to Hashem, not postling anybody else, or to believe that I'm an avardiker chassid and I don't care what anyone else thinks about me, I'll ask for a pizza shop even in Lowe's or in Home Depot, just to prove that I don't care what people think about me. When a person should dance and sing and daven like a slonim or chassid, when you should just do mitzvos because you're obsessed with them and that's what your Rebbe says to do, but when you feel grounded and you follow a derech and you aren't floating, it protects you from, God forbid, subscribing to the TikToker Rebbe who may flaunt his yedios, but he's hardly educated in what the Almighty really wants. So, stick to the derech Hashem. How to do that? Buy into a path. Find yourself a Rebbe. Find a mahalich. Find something that makes you go, that's relatable, and discuss it with this great person and figure out how you are going to follow this derech Hashem until you get to the chatzar, standing right there inside the inner quarters with HaKadosh Baruch Hu.